Welcome to Seclair's Educational Grand Rounds podcast. Jim is not here today, or your typical host, but I'm filling in. I'm Sasha. I'm the physician assistant here at Seclair, and I'm accompanied by my colleagues.
Hi, my name is Sumaima Wajid. I'm a foreign medical graduate and I'm doing my externship here.
Hi, my name is Marisa Fornadell. I'm a PA student and I'm doing my psych rotation here.
So very exciting, and I'm glad that you guys are here with me. And last week I know that Jim talked about social media and where it kind of came from and the history of it. And this week we really want to talk about how social media affects us as far as our mental health and also our lifestyle. So for you guys, does anybody want to share what social media, what does that mean to you?
Recently, more and more I've seen social media instead of keeping in touch with people. It's more of posting pictures and kind of putting your life out there so more people can see what you're doing. I've just noticed it's focused a lot more on pictures lately.
Yeah, and do you use any social media?
Social media, according to me, is basically everything like Facebook, the Twitter, which has all come up right now, and then more of like texting and being online with all these things and kind of getting addicted to it. So this has a couple of problems which the pre-adolescents and the adolescents would have faced would be probably like cyberbullying and online harassment wherein they involve like the second person and just keep harassing about that person without that person knowing it. Then some more things like sexting wherein they send each other like sex related pictures or photos, which is also influencing the youngsters a lot. And then something like Facebook depression, wherein there are lots of teenagers who are facing the problem of depression, along with some fake ads, which is leading to the pre adolescents into substance abuse and much more.
Yeah, so social media basically is people being able to connect with one another or have a personal self reflected out on to a public screen. And the internet has given us lots of different ones, like you mentioned, Twitter, Facebook, and businesses and everywhere even we use them. Here you are watching our podcast. But it can be a wonderful thing because people can be connected like never before. It's turned our society, into something completely bigger than that. And we have seen some negatives come out of that. Just like every major change, there can be some definite negatives. And so that's kind of what we were focusing on how it can negatively impact people. And like you mentioned, there were some cyberbullying and things like that. When we go online, we can basically search for a place that we feel whatever we want to feel from it. So if you want people to support you, you can find that. If you want to learn information, you can find that. If you want, to feel supported in, very radical views, you can even find that. It gives people opportunity and avenues that were never offered previously. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
And even if you want games or whatever you might be looking for. So even the traditional mental health issues that we have seen, such as addictions and inferiority issues, anxieties, all of those can be supported tenfold and magnified by something that you can find online through social media.
Yeah. So it's also been helpful because through Facebook, a lot of school teenagers, they have been able to connect with each other and do their assignments outside, and they have connected with families with whom they were not able to connect for many years together, and including the friends.
Yeah, and so there are definite positive aspects. And now a lot of the big talk about what negative is that everybody goes, oh, all the kids are always connected, or everybody's always connected. We're not living our real lives. And I actually looked up something that says that we're, on average, people in America are connected to a social media site at least 8 hours a week, and it can be more than that. How do you guys feel about that? I was kind of like...
I think I know people that probably spend a lot more than 8 hours. I feel like that kind of sounds low compared to what I've heard.
Yeah, I guess.
Which is scary, but...
I guess when you're averaging out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's true that people are connected a lot of the time. And it's because you can have those places online that you feel safe. That you feel like you fit in, that you get
Right.
along with people. If you
Yeah.
are a person that likes to talk and give their opinion and get good feedback, you can post something online and at least somebody or more is going to like it and support you. And if you're a
Yeah,
person
right.
that wants to learn something or find information about somebody else, you can go online and not post anything, just go
Yeah.
under the radar but find out a lot of information. And be a
Yeah.
creeper or whatever it's called.
Yes, so I feel that it's from past 5 years, it's become more common, getting addicted to social media. It's because of more accessibility to the smartphones and the
Mhm.
internet, wherein we always keep getting addicted that if we know nothing to do, we just go back to the Facebook or the Twitter and we just keep Googling and searching for things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of become like addiction, and that's what I've, like she mentioned, it could be even more than that.
Yeah, there are actually some like psychological terms that have kind of come out of social media. Like
Yeah.
there's actually even a scale now that you can rate Facebook addiction for. And it's pretty
Right.
much just like a scale that you would rate or ask somebody questions about alcohol use. You just sub Facebook in for alcohol.
Mhm.
Right.
Do you think about Facebook most of the day? Do you go on Facebook more than once a day? Those kind of things. But it can be
Right.
a huge effect on people's lives because then they
Mhm.
stop living their lives day
Right.
to day
Mhm.
because they're always connected in a virtual world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And people can react very differently on a virtual world than they can in real life. Like, you noticed anything like that, or you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, we were kind of discussing this earlier. Sometimes we were reading some articles too. People post this stuff on social media, making it seem like they're completely happy with their lives and they're having a great time and they have so many friends. But in reality, they're not happy. They're just posting these things in hopes that maybe that if they look happy, they will be happy. And then you have other people seeing this, and maybe the people that are seeing it aren't happy, and then they're feeling bad about themselves, being like, oh, I should be as happy as this person. They're so happy. Why can't I be happy? And it's kind of just like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are kind of inferiority complexes that kind of come out of this perfect world. Like you can log on Facebook or see all these, friends that have perfect lives and good relationship statuses and, pictures of their cat, something like
Lots of
that. But, it really distorts the image of reality for people. And then it makes the person sitting there looking at everybody else go, wow, my life isn't that exciting. Or you can see a video on, Twitter or a tweet that says, hey, I'm at this fun party and I'm having a blast. And you think, oh, wow, why am I not there? It shows all the opportunity that you have in the world that you aren't utilizing. So it can be very depressing for people.
Right. Also, like, it's been a big concern for the parents recently because most of the teenagers, they appear to be offline in front of parents when they're actually online, and the parents are unable to communicate with the kids about how much social media is influencing the children. And most of the pediatricians are concerned about this too.
Yeah, they talk about, time that you're logged on and connected and how you should maybe limit that so that you can actually enjoy being present, in your life. And here at Seclair, we always talk about mindfulness and asking people to be in the present moment and kind of live where their heart beats, as Jim would say.
Right.
And this can kind of give us so many opportunities, but also opportunity to escape from our present situation, which isn't always the solution.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly, we want you to follow us on Facebook and all of those wonderful things. So like I said, social media has a very positive, way of connecting people in a lot of avenues, but it can definitely be negative. And we want people to find that balance in their life so that they can live their life and enjoy the present moment, but then use social media as a way to connect with people that we previously didn't have and find information and enjoyable activities. So, as we close, I thank you for watching our podcast, and as a tribute to Jim not being here today, we ask you to, take some time, go out fishing. If you want a mindful experience, you can fish without bait and maybe turn your cell phone off for a while too.
And to continue the conversation, please like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter under Seclair Life. You can also find this and other Grand Rounds on youtube.com/Seclair Video and find audio versions on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. And please visit www.seclair.com for more about us and other articles on our great blog.